Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the House of Kayfabe YouTube channel, the Superior Radio Network YouTube channel, where all of our content is displayed for you to watch. And today we are talking about the PWI Awards. Pro Wrestling Illustrated gives out awards every single year, and this year is no different. But we have not went over these, and it's time for us to go ahead and go over them one by one. Adam Harris has the magazine in hand, so give us the first one. Go ahead. Let's get right into this. We got Stephen Barker, Derek Jones, Matt Mullins, and Adam Harris, and we are talking PWI Awards. Go ahead, Adam. First award.
Achievement 2021 Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Great place to start there, guys. Who do you think's on top?
Let's start with the runners up.
Okay, runners up. Third runner up is Brock Anderson with 6% of the votes. This is actually the readers' votes. You know, this is not the editorial votes. 20% for Bad Bunny, who had that big match at WrestleMania. 28% for Braun Breaker, who had to be on the tail end of the voting period here, but 28%. And with 35%, Jade Cargill. Rookie of the Year, as voted by the listeners.
I can't really disagree with that. Out of the ones that you named, I would definitely say Jade Cargill has done really well for herself. Can you guys think of another rookie that deserves this award more than Jade?
Well, here's the problem with Rookie of the Year is like it's such a rare thing in the wrestling business because like who starts their first year and gets on television? You know what I mean? Like last year, wasn't last year like fucking Dominic Mysterio because he was like the only rookie that was on television. So this is a pretty irrelevant. I think this is an irrelevant award.
Well, I saw a great post by a fella named Mark Marrow. And in 1992, Johnny B. Bad was awarded Rookie of the Year. And he congratulated Jade Cargill.
Nice. As a fellow Rookie of the Year. Nice. I will say the Bad Bunny match was good. As far as like, it was not 20% good, but, better than some of Jade Cargill matches.
His match was good, but I'm not giving that fucker Rookie of the Year. I'm not doing it. He's not a Rookie of the Year. He's just some guy who learned some stuff real quick and did it.
No matter how bad Jade is, she does look like $1 million. She looks intimidating. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody that looks like her.
Star power.
Very talented.
I think we should skip Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. That's not worth talking about. Comeback of the Year is...
No, we shouldn't do it.
No?
Who's most improved? Who is the
most improved Wrestler of the Year? Third runner-up, Deonna Purrazzo, who I got to meet at WrestleCade. I think she's great. Trevor Murdoch with 12% of the votes, and Bobby Lashley with 12% of the votes. Number one, DMD, Dr. Britt Baker.
Well,
most improved.
If you go with most improved, I would say that this is correct simply because Britt Baker sucked a lot of ass a while ago, and now she's actually putting on good matches. So I would say she has improved a lot. Now, Bobby Lashley, I would disagree with completely. Has he improved? Hell no. He's always been fucking amazing. And it's just that your idea of him as it has improved somewhat. Not even enough. Not even enough.
That's a you problem if you didn't know Bobby Lashley was the man.
Would you not agree, Matt Mullins?
I don't. I think that, I agree with what you said. I don't agree that that pick should be the most improved. I think that...
So who's most improved?
Most improved this year said that the WWE was his developmental. Matt Cardona.
I knew it.
Nice.
He had
he's mentioned down here in other vote getters. It's wild. I was just reading it as soon as you said it, man.
Yeah,
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona definitely has gotten a whole lot better since he left the WWE. I was never really a Zack Ryder fan, but now I actually appreciate Matt Cardona, which that's an improvement.
But I don't think his work rate's improved. I think he's always been a good worker. I think his positioning in the professional wrestling industry has improved, and due to his own work, I'm not taking anything away from him whatsoever. I think he's made smarter decisions, but his in-ring work's always been pretty solid.
It has been good, but I think his in-ring work's got better, and he's adapted a lot more because he got to get out of the box of the Zack Ryder character. I think probably too. But this year, fuck, man, he's got he's got that white heat with GCW. I love that shit.
He's made GCW something worth watching.
Oh man, it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Yep.
All right, so let's go to the next award, Adam Harris.
Comeback of the year is the next award. I think this one's pretty obvious. Third runner-up is Becky Lynch, 12%. Oh, that was an awesome comeback. Christian Cage with 13%. Sting at 15%. And then at 44%, of course, CM Punk comeback.
I mean, who
the
else
year.
could it be?
I mean,
Who
that's
else
pretty
could
obvious.
be
I think the
comeback?
Sting one was really important, though. I feel like it's not as new in our minds. But remember when Sting came back? I mean, it was one of those weird. We didn't know it could happen. Weren't sure it was going to happen ever again, and we got Sting back.
I agree that it was cool to see Sting back, but we didn't really get Sting back. I don't feel like I mean, it took him how long to get a match going? You know,
That's true. We got the very real CM Punk back. We got him back.
Yeah, I would think that's why it would be different.
So this next one is the lone WWE representative in the finals. This one is Inspirational Wrestler of the Year. Number 10 is Mickie James. With 10% of the vote, that is, and 10% also.
Wait.
Was she inspirational just because her shit got crammed in a garbage bag? Is that the only reason? Like what
After being released by WWE in April, the company allegedly sent James's belongings to her in a trash bag. Her luck began to turn around.
Hold on one second. We'd like to talk about hefty garbage bags right here at this spot. And
this is not a transition.
Use promo code HOK when logging in to buy.
I could, out of all the things that happened this year, just Mickie James getting her shit packed in a garbage bag inspired the fuck out of me. All right, so anyway, next runner-up for
next runner-up, 10% of the vote got as much as Mickie James. Big E, I guess, for winning the WWE Championship. Bianca Belair was 17%. I don't know why it's her and not Sasha, but yeah, they main evented WrestleMania. But then Inspirational Wrestler of the Year is Edge. With 24% of the vote. Yeah, I'm not sure why exactly, except I guess just
his
after
career
so
was
long.
over.
Yeah, after so long.
He overcame ultimate adversity to get back in the ring, and I think that's pretty inspiring. So I can't think of anybody that deserves it more.
Yeah, because we know that he was not ready to retire when he did.
Well,
that was
I get
absolutely
it.
forced
He didn't
retirement.
get his shit shoved in a garbage bag or anything, but still, pretty fucking inspiring.
Every morning when I wake up, I think of how Mickie James had her stuff delivered in a garbage bag.
And
All right, most popular wrestler of the year. I think
ready.
most popular wrestler of the year. This one's going to be pretty easy too. 9% of the vote, Bianca Belair. 10%, Big E, which is good. Good showing for Big E. 11% of the vote is Adam Page, and then of course number one with 25% of the vote is CM Punk, most popular.
Interesting.
Derek, what do you think about Adam Page being third runner-up or second runner-up?
Being live in AEW crowds, Universal chanting cowboy shit, I can see why he's on the list. Like I like Adam Page. I liked him when he was Ring of Honor. I liked him in the Bullet Club. I would have if you'd asked me then, hey, one day this guy's going to be one of the most over wrestlers in a big company, I'd have been like, you're full of crap. He's going to be a good worker, but that ain't happening. Dude's got no personality. Well, here he is.
I'm kind of
loving.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm kind of surprised that Orange Cassidy isn't on there because
me too.
He's fucking over, over.
You know who's another one, and maybe he's not the most popular, period, and maybe he shouldn't have got number one, but somebody who gets a really large pop as if he is a megastar when, I don't know if he's necessarily a megastar yet. He definitely deserves to be, but Adam Cole really gets a response from the AEW crowd, and it's I think that it shows his popularity is a little higher than we originally had thought.
Yeah.
He's here in the other vote getters, along with Jungle Boy, which is another good one. Big pops for Jungle Boy. Bryan Danielson, of course. And I think Orange Cassidy must have just got pushed out by some of the other more popular guys in this case, because I would have thought he would be on here too. And it says Randy Orton. I don't know. I think
Okay,
they just
so
kinda
here's
threw
something
that
I'm
in.
having a problem with. When we talk about most popular, and let's talk about ratings and the people who know who the fuck these people are you kidding me? Who sees more of Roman Reigns or even CM Punk for that matter. Dude, as much as we're loving what AEW's doing, their ratings are in the fucking tank. Are they even getting 500,000 viewers right now? Are you kidding me? There's fucking teenagers doing bad unboxing videos on YouTube that's getting more views than AEW. So how can any AEW get enough? This is all of those wrestling press that are trying to stay relevant with the only wrestling fan that is exuberant, that is, really into it, and that is AEW fans. But come on, dude, fucking Dewdrop's more popular than fucking Orange Cassidy on the grand scheme of things. Get the fuck out of here. AEW is just a few rungs above NWA on fucking YouTube. When you talk about pure numbers, AEW, as bad as WWE has been lately, they're still getting millions of viewers between
but apparently
both
they
shows.
vote in the PWI Awards.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's my point.
You know what the difference is they buy PWI magazine.
There you go. This is a work.
The AEW fans buy PWI magazine because the AEW fans buy anything with the word wrestling on it as long as it doesn't have WWE on it. So, maybe that is the crowd that we're talking to, and maybe that would make sense of why most all these awards are going to AEW. Did any of these awards other than Most Inspirational go to someone
They're
that
all
wasn't
AEW?
Okay,
No.
so what's the next award?
All right, so we're here now at Most Hated Wrestler of the Year. I think this one's going to be pretty obvious as well. Third runner-up, Baron Corbin, who I actually legitimately, hate seeing on television. I think he's got go away heat with
Crazy.
me.
I can't imagine anybody being more hated than Baron Corbin. But okay,
9% of the vote, the belt collector, Kenny Omega. 26% of the vote, Roman Reigns, the big dog, the head of the table. And then, of course, most hated with 44% of the vote is MJF. He's better than us, and he knows
this blows my mind because who the fuck hates MJF? Yes, that is his gimmick, that he is an asshole, but everybody loves him for it.
But you're supposed to hate him, and so they hate him. They boo him.
I don't agree with him being the most hated.
500,000 people boo him, as opposed to the however many million that have been watching Roman Reigns be by far and away the best wrestler of the year. Everything that he has done has been amazing. As shitty as WWE has been this year, the one shining star that has been consistent throughout has been fucking Roman Reigns. Stop with that.
But when we're talking about most hated, though, I feel like Roman is more liked now than he's ever been in his entire career. So I can't even see him as most hated. When I think of most hated, I think of people like Baron Corbin, who you get legitimately booed. And like you said, it's go away heat. They want him gone.
Dude, Adam Harris is by far and away the goodest of us all, the most golden-heartedest of us all. And if Adam Harris says you suck, man, that's a fucking suck. Holy shit! If Adam Harris is going to say a pejorative about anybody, you need to probably go into broadcasting.
He's Happy Corbin now, man. So how could you hate Happy Corbin? You gotta love him.
Watch me.
Even Jim Cornette himself couldn't write "fuck you" to Adam Harris.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. All of us got a Christmas present from Jim Cornette, and every single box said "fuck you" on it, except for Adam Harris's. I read Adam Harris's. It says, "To Adam Harris,
my friend,
Merry
Christmas, your friend Jim Cornette."
Okay,
Yeah,
Derek,
you
you're the AEW fucking mark. Defend MJF against what we're talking about.
But see what you're talking about, and Brian said it. This is the best thing that Roman's done in a long time, and it's that NWO heat. Like he's the bad guy, but he's kind of a cool bad guy. Like I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I even kind of like Roman right now, so I can't even say that I hate him, and I do like MJF. But when he comes out and he's on a microphone, if I'm the guy on the other side of that microphone, I'm just sitting here thinking, God, this fucking twerp.
Yeah.
That's all I can think.
What do we think about the feud of the year? This one has been much talked about. Jericho, very proud about it. He talked about it. Even before it was even talked about these awards, he talked about how proud he was of the feud with MJF. Feud of the year is Chris Jericho and MJF. What do we think about that?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the feud of the year for me.
I think
It was
had
long term.
It was definitely too long. I think it had the most potential too, though. It was just that it didn't deliver For the marks, like I felt like it was directed at the marks. A lot of the stuff, like bringing Hoovy back and shit, and we didn't get a lot of the stuff that we wanted out of it. So I can't. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't give it the feud of the year though.
Who would you give the feud of the year to?
Man.
It's tough. It's so tough to think about it, this whole span of the year. I feel like Orton and Edge probably had a long-term feud that was good. That might have been 2020, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Some of the other vote getters here, let's think about these. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. It says Kenny Omega versus Impact Wrestling.
That could not have been feud of the year.
I think Kenny Omega came out on top.
It was so underwhelming. The whole Kenny Omega in Impact thing was so underwhelming.
Edge and Seth Rollins, it says on here. Edge and Seth Rollins.
That wasn't bad. Me and Adam got to see part of that feud when we went to a SmackDown.
That's right.
Viewing, and man, that had a lot of heat. Man, when Edge came out, he was getting pops like it was 1999.
Also, here we go. Here's another good one. Matt Cardona versus GCW.
Dude, I like that more than.
Okay, well, none of those were the top vote getters. 8% was Edge and Roman Reigns. 10% was Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, which I think is really just built around that one match. And 12% Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Maybe, again, that one match at WrestleMania.
Brian, who do you think is would be the feud of the year then?
Well, I think it comes down to, man, there's a lot of shitty feuds this year because nothing really stands out. I guess if I had to pick right now, it would be it would probably be MJF and CM Punk more so because that's really harvested some really good shit. But
that hasn't
named. I would say Roman Reigns and Edge over all the rest.
Derek?
I just feel like Jericho and MJF had more disappointments than wins. You know what I mean?
Derek, who you got for feud of the year? What indie show feud that you went across 8 states to go see? Who do you got?
Well, there's enhancement talent number 3 versus no. So, like you said, there was not a lot of like just overall feuding this year that actually made a dent or a difference in just the landscape of pro wrestling. So I'm going with Diamond Dallas Page and Randy Savage. Feud of the year for sure. Still, ever since like 97 till now, still feud of the year.
Still the best feud.
I love that Derek is the youngest of the House of Kayfabe and still is just maybe the biggest macho mark in the fucking house.
All right, so the next award.
This is a good segue because we were talking about Derek's independent wrestling fandom, and this guy actually, I think, feud of the year could have been Matt Cardona, and this guy specifically, Nick Gage.
Fuck off.
Independent wrestler of the year. Independent wrestler of the year, Nick Gage with 42%.
Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead, Brian and Derek. Go ahead.
If they're doing the independent wrestler of the year, if it's the independent wrestler of the year, who do you eliminate? People who work for major companies, like starting with ROH, or what is the measuring stick? Because if ROH people are considered independent, then I would say Danhausen is the independent wrestler of the year. But does he qualify as an independent wrestler? I would say yes.
Danhausen is an independent wrestler, absolutely.
Well, then Danhausen is independent wrestler of the year. Why are we giving this junky magazine time?
Right. And even if you're going to pull somebody from GCW, I mean, we've talked about him I don't know how many times already. Matt Cardona is the independent wrestler of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I agree.
Yeah, I get you.
Agree.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nick Gage can't fucking work. That's
he sucks.
He can take a beating is it. And he can't fucking work. He can't sell a kick. Can't throw a punch. Fuck him in his fucking face.
I mean, I don't want to bury the guy here, but you guys are talking about a man who has bestowed official world title status on the IWTV, Independent Wrestling, and Pan African World Dysphoria Championships.
Dysphoria, yeah.
Did he fight the Power Udi for that? Is that where he got that championship?
Across geographical and promotional boundaries, it says. Boy, they worked hard on that paragraph.
And when I see Nick Gage come to the ring and all those people are going absolutely ape shit over him, it makes me realize that despite what I feel about Nick Gage, I probably hate all those people just as much.
For liking him that much?
Yeah, for liking him that much. How do you like this guy?
Get him, Rez. Okay, so I got to get this on video. Now look, Rez, I know that you love New Jack. Explain to me the difference between New Jack and Nick Gage.
Well, the difference between New Jack and Nick Gage is pretty simple, Barker. It is one, New Jack's a legend. Two, New Jack can actually work. And that whole hardcore thing is a gimmick to an extent because he can actually work. But then when you talk about the part of his gimmick that is not a work to an extent, is he's actually a legit badass who can beat the shit out of just about anybody that he got in the ring with. Now, when you talk about Nick Gage is pretending. He's pretending to be hardcore. He's pretending to be a badass. He's not actually a badass. He's not actually hardcore. He's actually a meth addict that you could beat the absolute shit out of if you wanted to. And that goes for just about any fan. Have you seen the size of this guy? I think his entire grill piece couldn't take a punch to the mouth. If he got a punch to the mouth, he'd probably be sitting he'd probably have the feud of the year with a dentist for the next 12 months. So I don't believe Nick Gage. I believe New Jack. I believed New Jack because New Jack was real. I don't believe Nick Gage because all you are is a stupid junkie that people cheer for some stupid fucking reason. I don't know why he's here. I don't know why he should be here. I don't know why he should be in this magazine, and he is not the Independent Wrestler of the Year. Sorry, Nick Gage. You suck.
Go get him, Derek.
So I just have to throw this out there. We got to add one more award to the PWI, and it's Understatement of the Year. And it's Brian Resner saying that New Jack's hardcore shit is a work. Ain't nothing working about that, man. That's a shoot.
What I meant is he could actually work a wrestling match and decided to not do that. But he knows how, is what I mean.
Yeah, chain wrestling.
I want to see a tight headlock from a New Jack match.
You can look it up. There's a lot of headlock
takeover, baby.
Yeah, it's all there. There.
There's not a lot of them, but there's a couple.
Okay, so the next award.
I don't know if you've seen the David Arquette documentary, but there's very few David Arquette matches that I wish David Arquette went over. And when Nick Gage punctures his fucking neck, I wish that David Arquette was the giver and Nick Gage was the receiver.
Oh man, I needed that. I needed that Resner burial. I knew I was going to set you up for that. I needed that because I fucking hate that guy. I think he sucks.
Yeah,
he has no business being on any close to a fucking ring. I love that guy.
I love Cardona, and I watched that match, and I just cannot stand Nick Gage.
I love it.
Terrible.
I love the hate.
The next award.
We're going to have plenty to talk about on this one because it's Match of the Year. Match of the Year. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you the winner with 22% of the votes. It was pretty memorable. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, March 17. Oh, come on. Look how memorable that is, man. Thumbtacks.
I don't
Nice
care.
segue from Nick Gage into his influence.
Daniel Bryan exists in this world. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so what was the runners up here?
All right, here we go. And I think Steve Barker is going to agree with this one. 9% of the vote is Walter and Dragunov from NXT UK in September. 15% of the vote, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, 410, which must be the headlining match at WrestleMania. And then this one we had a lot of fun talking about at the House of Kayfabe. 16% of the vote, Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, September 5th. That was the big cage match where we saw the shoes tossed into the ring. If I'm not mistaken.
I quit. I quit podcasting.
Those were the runners up. Number 1, Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Blood and guts.
How progressive.
Walter and Dragunov is definitely number 1.
Thank you.
I feel like Adam Page and Daniel Bryan would definitely be number 2.
Thank you.
Number 1 would definitely be Walter and Dragunov. How could you watch that match and then say that Britt Baker Thunder Rosa?
that was a killer match compared to Walter.
Yeah,
good table spot, you guys.
Did you see the girl? She got collar. She's a girl and she got collar.
Yeah.
Fuck off, simps. Fuck you, simps. That
can't
sucks.
get down with that. What about
Derek?
you guys? Matt Mullins, do you have a match of the year candidate that fits better than Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa?
I love Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. Let me say,
I do too. But that match was not
the
gift to wrestling.
Not even close to the match of the year. Shit, I don't know. I don't know what I'd put up there, but I don't know the Edge Roman match was actually pretty good to me.
What's in here?
I don't know.
What about the Roman Daniel Bryan to get him into WrestleMania match? The one that made it a 3-way.
Oh, that might be this. It's Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. So that was WrestleMania. That was the 3-way from WrestleMania.
When it was going on, we were all in our chat, and when Daniel Bryan wrestled Roman Reigns, that was some of the best psychology I had ever seen. Now, Adam was right. You were talking about the fuck finish with Edge coming in. I think maybe Seth Rollins even fucking showed up too. It got ruined by a lot of gimmickry at the end. But man, Daniel Bryan, who is way smaller than Roman Reigns, made you feel like he was a fucking threat to Roman Reigns. Like in like a Hoist Gracie, if like you want to go old school UFC, like in a Hoist Gracie, fighting one of those guys that he was so overmatched by. That match, I would have went number 2 or 3 with that match. I loved that match.
Next on the list.
Derek, tell us your fucking tell us the match of the year that you saw at the fucking Podunk High School fucking gym on a Sunday at 2 p.m.
Macho Man and DDP.
I mean, no, honestly, the runner-up in this, and we talked about it. I was watching it when it was happening. That Walter Dragunov match was, dude. That's like a top 5 for the decade, probably. That thing.
I'm
awesome.
with you, man. We are so in agreement with that. God, I love him.
Like Walter's not even one of my top guys. I mean, I dig the dude. He's cool. Dragunov is cool. They're good at what they do. But that match, standalone, like it needed no story, no nothing. You just throw those two guys in a ring together, and man, they killed it.
It was great. Yeah,
I think Walter had a match of the year last year. Was it Ciampa last year?
Yeah.
All right. So the next award.
Tag Team of the Year. Tag Team of the Year. I think we know where this one's going. Third runner-up, 10% of the votes. New Day, which is Xavier and Kofi in this instance. The Usos with 12% of the votes. 21% of the votes go to the Lucha Brothers. And, of course, number 1 with 24%. You can tell they're really surprised that they won. Oh, my gosh. The Young Bucks.
I can't even believe it.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Matt Mullins, get them. Get them. Get them.
If you say Heath and Rhino, I'll quit the show tomorrow.
Get them, Matt.
They doors have been opened. They forbidden doors have been opened by Kenny Omega.
Okay, so Tag Team of the Year.
It's FTR. Get out of here.
Well, is it FTR? Because I believe that it should be the Usos. I think the Usos are definitely Tag Team of this year. If we want to go with the Bucks, I would have to say that it's not super far off. They did dominate the AEW Tag Team division all year, and since these are the AEW awards, it makes sense. But the Usos are definitely the Tag Team of the Year.
I could see that too. I just love FTR so much.
Yeah, FTR is great. They should definitely be over the Young Bucks if we're talking about actual tag team abilities. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
Well,
It's
Fanatics
kinda
bought the Tops license. I could see AEW buying the PWI Awards.
Derek, go ahead and tell us that the Young Bucks are the greatest tag team champions of all time from the beginning of Frank Hackenschmidt to now.
I can't say that because there's teams like LOD and the Steiner brothers and things that make that statement not factual. But the greatest tag team of like the last 10 years, easily the Young Bucks.
See, we just want to be friends, and then you do that. See, we're just there, and then you say those things. But at least you did couch it with LOD and the Steiner brothers, so you're not too far gone. You can be helped.
Matt
you can
Mullen,
be helped.
Who should be the recipients of this award?
Rhino.
Anybody but the Young Bucks. I don't know, man.
It's tough. Sorry, go ahead. I just think tag team has been made a mockery of. Like, it's really hard for me to even think of a tag team that I enjoy because there's so few of them.
Excuse me, Adam Harris. Dave Meltzer says that right now the AEW tag team division is the best tag team division in the history of wrestling. That is a quote.
And,
what are you watching?
And it's probably not of the history of wrestling, but it's definitely the strongest tag team division currently going because everybody else puts together single guys and says, hey, you guys tag each other. They're not actual tag teams anymore.
Hey, RK Bro has a name and everything.
It's stupid with their stupid mustaches.
I am so glad that might be over now. I got my fingers crossed that Randy will get away from Matt Riddle as soon as absolutely possible. What's the next award that we have to talk about?
All right, 2 left here. We got Woman of the Year award from PWI. Third runner-up with 7% of the vote. We saw her at Rusted Man. Deonna Purrazzo with 7%. 8%, we were just talking about her, and she's going to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble this year. Mickie James at 8%. 24% of the vote for Woman of the Year is Bianca Belair. And then, of course, DMD. Woman of the Year, Britt Baker from AEW, bringing it home.
Get him, Resner.
Well, I would say it blows my mind that none of those runners up or the winner was Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair,
that's what I'm saying.
Come on.
It has been Woman of the Year since the day she walked through the fucking curtain, and definitely this year. I know she missed WrestleMania, but other than that,
wasn't her fault.
No, it wasn't. How could you not at least put Charlotte Flair in the runner up? But
she's at the top of the food chain, that's for sure.
Well, 100%, she should be Woman of the Year. There's no doubt in my mind it should be Charlotte Flair. But if you're going to pick one of those that you named, I would have definitely picked Bianca Belair. She had a better year than anybody on that list.
Especially because Brett Baker couldn't fucking work from about January to what? March, April, May, June? You know what I mean? Like, she sucked at the beginning of the year.
I got to go to Derek Jones first. Derek Jones, do you agree that Britt Baker is the Woman of the Year?
Absolutely not. I don't. I don't dislike Baker. I don't like Baker. She's just kind of there for me. She's probably the strongest female talent on the AEW roster, but it's a low bar right now. So it is. They don't have a very strong female presence. What she's doing is impactful for them, and it's getting them viewerships. And she's over. Like when she comes out, it's the DMD chant it's real. I was there for it this past weekend. Yeah, it's the real deal. But to watch her, she's not very impressive to me. Now, to me, female of the year, somebody who has been impactful, somebody who has worked their tail off, somebody who has the accomplishments, it's Deonna Purrazzo.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Jordan Grace.
I was going to say a man.
Oh man, you know what? We can just end this conversation and give all those women awards to Jordan Grace. As far
I give her inspirational. I'll give her best comeback, best tag team.
I'll give her match of the year. Just trying to get those pants on. I mean, that's
Lord. She's so talented.
She's incredible.
She's so talented.
Adam, you remember all the creeps we were talking about?
Okay, so here's
Yeah,
a
I
good
know,
one.
that's these
Here's
guys.
a good one. So at WrestleCade, me and Matt Mullins, Brian Resner, we have a place set up kind of in the backstage of the WrestleCade, and me, Adam, and Molly, our jobs was to go get the talent to bring to Brian Resner because Rez is definitely our best interviewer. So me and Matt go up to Jordan, and I actually pay her to get a picture taken, and Matt just goes, "Hey, can you be on our podcast?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I would love to. Where is it?" Matt's like, back there in that creepy part where like nobody is in the back door there. In the forbidden door back here.
Through the forbidden door.
So Rez is set up like this like creepy back alley of the fucking convention center. And this is how much of a badass she is. I'm not a small dude. I'm 6'1". Matt Moley's like 6'3". We're big cats. And she's short, but thick mama pump. And she's like, "Sure, I'll go." Because that, you know what that meant, Matt? She's like, "If some shit goes off, I can take these guys." Like, I'm not worried.
She was not scared.
Not at all. But dude, come on. It's fucking Charlotte Flair. She's the greatest female wrestler by far. Derek Jones, tell me how Charlotte Flair has inspired you as a wrestling fan. Go ahead, Derek. Tell me your love of Charlotte Flair.
I love when she overshoots her moonsault every fucking time.
She does. That's one of the most beautifulest moves in all of wrestling.
It's not because she lands on her feet before she falls forward again. That's not a move. That's let me do a backflip and then lay on you. Not a fucking moonsault.
Either way, I don't know about Britt Baker being Women of the Year. Let's go to the next one. This is the final award for the PWI, and this has got to be Wrestler of the Year. And I'm really curious to see which AEW star got this undeservingly. But go ahead. Let's hear it. Wrestler of the Year.
While they didn't get any awards other than Edge for Inspirational Awards, in this category, all three runner-up are from WWE. So all three runners-up from WWE, 4% of the vote for Big E, who won Money in the Bank and picked up the World Championship this year. 4% of the vote for Bianca Belair. 25% of the vote for the head of the table, Roman Reigns, for Wrestler of the Year. And the winner with 37% of the vote, Kenny Omega.
I'm going to get collar from my microphone before we get done.
Look, he's in his best hoodie for this photo shoot, too.
I can't.
His best hoodie.
I can't disagree with the fact that Kenny Omega is awesome. I know a lot of you guys are not big Kenny Omega fans. I myself love Kenny Omega. I think that he's great in the ring, but Wrestler of the Year is definitely Roman Reigns. And how can anybody pretend like it's not? Even if you hate Roman Reigns, I don't care how bad you hate Roman Reigns or how long you've hated Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is doing better right now than anybody I can think of by far.
Roman Reigns is doing one of the few, and I mean, yeah, there are AEW cats that do sell tickets for AEW, but Roman Reigns moves the needle. If Roman Reigns is on the card, you're going out of your fucking way to go see him. He is box office baby. He's the closest thing that we have right now in popularity to The Rock, Stone Cold. He's not there. I'm not saying he's in that same level, but it's the only thing going right now that's that big. You know what I mean? Like, he was in a big ass movie with The Rock. He was in the Fast Furious fucking movie with The Rock. The dude is the man. He's the best wrestler. He's doing the best work. When he had Paul Heyman there getting him over, it's not even close. Get the fuck out of here with that. But you had to know it had to be Kenny Omega, right? It had to be. Derek, go ahead.
Derek Jones, do you believe that Kenny Omega is the Wrestler of the Year, or do you agree with the rest? I haven't got to everybody yet, but what I assume the rest of us believe, which is the truth, that Roman Reigns is the Wrestler of the Year.
The category is Wrestler of the Year, correct, Adam? That's how it says.
That's
Wrestler
how it's worded. Yep.
Of the Year. It's not
most popular.
It's not most popular. It's not the guy that Paul Heyman got over, and it's not the belt collector. It's Wrestler of the Year. I don't think it's either one of them.
So who is it?
Daniel Bryan.
Okada.
It's not Daniel Bryan, and it's not Okada, and I'm kind of disgusted at myself that I'm even saying this, because I'm not really I used to not be a big fan of him. I guess I'm kind of a fan of the guy now because I go out of my way to find stuff he's doing and watch his matches. But Wrestler of the Year is Matt Cardona this year.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
interesting.
I mean, I'm not going to dispute the fact that Roman Reigns is top of the food chain in WWE. I'm not going to dispute the fact that Kenny Omega was top of the food chain for a short period of time everywhere else. You know, you can't dispute those facts. They're real proven facts. But the guy that went out there and busted his hump and made a name for himself with no machine behind him and got himself over and can work by himself was Matt Cardona.
All right, Matt Mullins, do you agree with that? Should Matt Cardona be the Wrestler of the Year, or do you have someone else in mind?
You know what? I think Derek Jones is 100% correct. And I'm a Matt Cardona. I'm a Broski fan, and I agree 100%.
Okay, well, Adam
who's yours?
I mean, I'm a major Mark, so I mean, I can't make much of an argument with that. It's true that I watched, I made it a point to watch Matt Cardona in that match with Nick Gage, and I've followed him ever since. I haven't bought everything that he's done, but I will say that he's been the most exciting part of wrestling, certainly outside of WWE. But I gotta say, just Feud, and we got to see him in Cleveland too. Man, Roman Reigns is at the top of the food chain for sure. Wrestler of the Year.
For sure. Okay, so this is exclusive YouTube content. You can only find this on YouTube. You will not find this on the regular podcast stream. And that means that we need you to click like, we need you to click subscribe, and we need you to share this video with your friends. This is our opinion on the PWI Awards this year, and you will see more content from us right here on the Superior Radio Network YouTube channel. So keep it locked and share it with your friends, and click subscribe, click subscribe, click subscribe. We'll be back on the House of Kayfabe.